Okay, now let's look at this question. This question came in GATE 2016, and they're saying that okay, consider a set U of 23 different compounds in a chemistry lab. So there is a universal set U, and this thing has, let's say, 23 compounds. Okay, the entire thing, and there is a subset S out of that. Okay, there is a subset S of that out of that, which has 9 compounds. So this has 9 compounds, and rest leave rest. This thing has 9 compounds. Okay, S, and overall they have 23 compounds. Okay, so they are saying that among in this subset, the set S of U, where 9 compounds are there, each of which exactly each of which reacts with exactly 3 of U. So 3 of U, it means that this can react with element of S also, this can react with element outside S which is in U but not in S. That is also possible, right? So 3 compounds of U, it means that anywhere it can react, inside S or outside S. But we have to somehow find a relation, because now they are talking about each component in U minus S reacts to odd number of compounds or even number of compounds. That relation we have to find. So the trick is that let's try to find that each element on an average reacts to what number of elements. So in that fashion, if we try to incorporate the number of reactions for each element, we will try to find some pattern that okay, this thing is coming out. So let's firstly try for S. So for, let's say, for any element, the number of elements which it reacts to is D. Okay, so in that case, D of S summation is what? Okay, so we know that every element reacts with 3 elements, and summation, when we are talking about this expression, is going to give us that over all the 9 elements, what is going to be the total degree, total summation of things, right? So it is basically what, 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 times. So it is essentially 9 into 3, 27 degree. Okay, now they might be inside or outside, that I am not saying. I'm just saying that 27 is the degree of vertices or compounds which are inside this S. What about the summation for rest of them? So now I'm talking about every compound which is not in S. So I'm talking about U minus S. Okay, and this pattern is okay because they are talking about U minus S only. So this pattern is okay, and I'm saying that okay, I don't know what is the total degree of all the vertices which is in U but not in S, so U minus S. I don't know what is the total degree, but I can say that okay, it is something K. I don't know what is K. We'll figure it out, but it is K, some constant. Okay, now we'll try to understand that what is the relation. The relation is that among the entire thing, the degree 27 and the degree K, the entire thing. Now this thing is what? This thing divided by 2 will give us the number of edges, which is an integer. That is my point. Why? Because if this thing has reacts with this thing, let's say, then this reaction, this edge was counted 2 times, once for this element and once for second element. So when we sum the overall degree and divide it by 2, we will get the number of edges, and I means simply that it is some integer, it is an integral value. That's what I means. The number of edges will be an integral value, right? It cannot be a fraction. So I can say something that 27 plus k is equal to 2i. Now why I am writing that like that, we'll come back to it, but try to understand that 27 plus k is equal to 2i. Now see, if 2i is there, it means it is even, but 27 is what? 27 is odd. So what is this? This is even. So the entire point of doing this exercise was to prove that k is, sorry, it is odd. It was to prove that k is odd, because it is odd, then only it will be added with another odd to make things even. So k is odd. So my point was that this entire summation of degrees in u minus s is k. So okay, so let's say in some element is reacting to 4 other compounds, some is reacting to 5 other compounds, but overall whatever is the whatever 14 elements are there inside u minus s, everything overall it reacts with an odd number of other compounds, right, overall. Now what it says, each component in u minus s reacts to an odd number of compounds. Is it the case? We have not said anything like that, right? It might happen that someone reacts with 4, someone reacts with 5, someone reacts with 6, and overall is still odd, but some of them might be even, right? So in that sense, this thing does not seem to be correct. Okay, and when somebody says that at least one compound in u minus s reacts to odd number of compounds, that is true. Why? Because if that is not true, it means at least one is not true. It means every compound is having is reacting with even number of compounds. In that case, the summation will also be even, but that violates the fact that the summation is odd, which we already know. That's why this statement is the only one which is correct. Okay, so there must be at least one compound which reacts with odd number of compounds. So this is correct, right? What about the third one? Each compound in u minus s reacts with an even number of. No, that is definitely not possible. So otherwise, then the summation k value will be even. So this thing is also false. So turns out only statement 2 is correct. Which one of the following is always true? Only 2. So the answer is B, only 2.